Hello, Super Hockey Moms. My name is Detala Murray, founder of Super Hockey Mom, where we help moms who are overwhelmed to manifest their dreams and maximize their time. Today we are back with Super Hockey Mom Convos, where we get to speak to an ordinary woman doing extraordinary things. Today we have with us an amazing, fabulous woman, and her name is Adedoyin Omotara. She's the founder of Adedoyin Beauty, and she's going to be telling us a bit about that and how she discovered her calling and embraced it. So, hi Doyin, how are you?
Hi, Detala. How are you? Thanks for having me today.
Awesome. I'm so excited. We've been trying to organize this because we're on different time zones. So,
I
Doyin is
know.
in Canada and I'm in the UK. So, it's been really tight trying to find
Yeah.
the perfect time. But here we are today. So, Doyin, tell us a bit more about you and your family.
Okay, so my name is Adedoyin Omotara, and I am married with two kids. We currently live in Canada, Calgary to be precise, in the province of Alberta, and we moved here about 4 years ago from the UK. Yeah, I would just say my family is a family that focuses on um, having a good communication with God, and we believe that our family theme is, and the Lord shall lead us by the hand from day to day.
Oh, wow, I love that. I love that. I love when families have like their mantra or their mission statement. That's fabulous.
Yeah, I just discovered that we say that a lot.
Okay.
So there was a time I was going to be interviewed in a magazine, and they asked me, "What would you say your family theme is?" So I went to meet my husband. I was like, "Femi, what's our family theme?" And I was like, I think we should put, and God will lead us from this day. We say that a lot to put in our prayers." And so I'm like, "Okay, cool." And the Lord
Awesome.
will guide us by the hand from day to day.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, what do you do? Tell us a bit more about
Okay,
that.
so um, I am a beauty entrepreneur. I'm a makeup artist. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I'm a friend. I'm so many things.
Yeah.
But what I do on a daily basis for work is I have a beauty company called Adonia Beauty,
Yeah.
where we do makeup, lashes, brows, hair, everything beauty service. We do it. It's a one-stop destination, and we also have a product line, and we also carry some other products as well in the store. Yeah.
Awesome. That's amazing. So, I want you to take us a step back. Tell us a bit
Okay.
about your story and how you got into this. How did you recognize what your calling is? And I want you, in your own words, to tell us what you think your calling is and how did you embrace that? This seems like a lot of question, but I basically want you to share, your journey. What
Okay.
struggles did you face on the way, and how were you able to deal with those struggles?
Okay. So I'm a trained electrical engineer. And while I was in school, even before I started university,
Yeah,
I I liked makeup. Like I know I remember as soon as I finished secondary school.
yeah,
Well, we call it secondary school in Nigeria. Here is high school.
yeah.
As soon as I finished, I went to buy one black brow pencil and I put it on my brows, and my sisters were making jest of me. And I used to use like a red lipstick. I loved it. So I discovered I loved beauty, and in year three of university, I went for like a makeup school to a
Okay.
makeup school for makeup training, and I started doing makeup. That was when I started doing makeup. I think I was about 20 or 19. Yeah, that was when I started doing makeup. I started doing bridal makeup and all of that. But then I remember in year one, 100 level, when I was speaking to one of my friends and we're both in engineering, and she was telling me how she was struggling with some of the courses, and I was like, you know what, I wish I was even in cosmetology. Like, it's not
Mhm.
like I was struggling with any of the courses, but I didn't like it wasn't really what I wanted to do. I could thrive in it, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. So she was like, cosmetology, what do you mean? You're not even serious. So well, we joked with that, and that was it. But I didn't even think it was gonna happen.
Mhm.
Also, after university, I got a very good job. an IT job. I was happy with it. But then I was always selling makeup products. I sold Sleek products. I sold Tara products. I was a major distributor, for them. And I really loved it. During my break on the island, I would go to House of Tara just to sit down and watch what they're doing. I would go to Sleek just to have conversations. I love those environments. But then at the time, I still couldn't see myself doing it full time because one, I felt it wasn't sustainable. Two, I just felt, how will I just be a makeup artist? Like, it doesn't make sense to me, based on, given that I had other qualifications that could give me a good job without me trying to hustle to get clients, right? So but then I looked at, anytime I went to House of Tara, I would just look at what she had built. And I'm like, wow, I would like to have something like this, but how do you even do it? How do you even have your own product line? How do you even, how did she do this? I really admired her of all the makeup artists I saw then back in 2007, 2008. I really admired her and I followed her story. I always, thanks to social media, I always followed her story. Okay, so back to my career. After my compulsory NYSC, where I worked as an IT engineer, my boss was going to make me a full-time staff, but I had to relocate to Trinidad and Tobago to get married and meet my husband and live with my husband. So when we got to Trinidad and Tobago as well, I was trying to look for an IT job, but then I always did makeup on the side as well. I just loved it. Like anywhere I am, people always know, oh, Doyin does makeup. Doyin does makeup. Whether it's people in the church or my friends, I just liked it. I watched lots of videos. I had lots of makeup books that I read. I just loved it. So and then when Trinidad and Tobago for 2 years, that's where I had my first son, and then we moved to the UK and I started my IT career in the UK. We were in England for a year. After a year, we moved to Scotland. That was Aberdeen. Aberdeen, most of the companies, they were oil and gas companies. So I got an IT job in a company called Subsea 7. And I started to move up the ladder there. I decided, let me go into project management. I wrote PMP, and then I started to rise up the ladder. I was into planning, like scheduling and all of that for projects. And I would say within 4 years, I became a project planning manager. And for me, it was a thing of focus and dedication. I knew where I wanted to go. A lot of my colleagues then, they were just like, oh yeah, they were planners, but I wanted to, move up the ladder, and I did everything that I needed to do, like doing exams, applying for the jobs and all of that. And I was able to get there. And at that point was when I discovered, what, there is really no limitation. You just need to decide what you want to do and you go for it. That really made me realize that, because, I didn't have all the experience in the world that people would, put in their CV to apply for the kind of jobs I applied for then. But then in my mind, I knew I could do the job, and I went out, and I went for it. So, those experiences in my career life made me realize that there's really nothing you put your mind to that you can achieve, as long as you've made up your mind that this is what you want to do. So I discovered that I change jobs quite a bit in Aberdeen, like in the oil and gas industry, because you just see more money, more better role. I change jobs quite a bit, and that the reason was I was never truly fulfilled in any of my roles.
Wow.
I'll start a new role and I'll go, what? Yeah, this is the role. Put all my mind, put all my effort and everything. And after 6 months, I start to have this feeling of, what more can I do? I don't like I'm just sitting here, doing reports, I can do more. I just felt I had more strength and more gift, more talent to put out there. And the kind of people that really inspired me were people that, that mentored other people that would speak in public, people that, Tara was was one person that I really admire. So anytime, even I'm on social media, I just go to her page, see what she's doing, and I'm like, oh my God, how can I, become
this year?
how can I, not like I want to be her, but I like, she inspires me. So I started to look at her life and discover that, okay, I think it's even beyond like her achievements for me. It's a way of life. So I started studying. I want to be that woman that would know what she really wants in life. I want to be that woman that would, embrace her calling. I want to be that woman, because that was what I saw in her. And I saw her spirituality, like, she didn't joke with the things of God. And, so those were the things that really attracted me. And I wanted to become that woman. I really wanted to. So it's like I'm here, and where I wanted to get to was here. And I didn't really know how to get there. Well, so on the side of that, I always still did makeup. So when I got my last job as a project planning manager, at that point I felt, what, all I needed to do is just one executive MBA and I will apply for a CEO job. That was always on my mind. Like, I can do whatever I wanted to do. But then I was like, what, I'm not really feeling all these oil. Yes, it's prestigious and all of that, but I wasn't really feeling the jobs. So I said I was going to try this makeup artistry for 2 years and see if I can build a robust business out of it. Wow. And I started understudying Tara, started understudying, a few companies that I felt, I loved what they were doing. And then at that same point, I was thinking that we were planning on relocating to Canada. So I thought it would just be perfect. I don't have to think of, should I resign? Should I not resign? It was easy. Very easy, to be honest. It really the relocation made it easy. Otherwise, I would have still maybe been struggling between the two for a while. I don't know what would have happened, but well, this is my own story. So that made it easy. And so I started Adonia a year before we relocated. I started Adonia in September, October of 2014, and then we relocated September 2015. So I started writing the vision down, started putting things together, how I'm going to have my product line. I started researching labs, and all of that. I was doing, that was the first time I actually registered my makeup artistry as a business, right? So even in the UK. And then when we relocated here, I hit the ground running. I wanted to meet people. I wanted to tell people what my dream was. I was doing makeup on the side as well as trying to work on my product line and all of that. So by 2016, I was able to launch some of the product, and I did a launch event. And before that launch event was when I thought, okay, what's this launch event about? Are we just going to be selling products? I had started feeling that way again, like, what is this about? So I themed it on Mask Your Beauty. And then I got, women. I didn't get models, like professional models. I just told people to come. And I said, what? I told my makeup artist, please pick anyone in the public, out of the guests, and just do their makeup, and they will be the one to model makeup on the runway. They will be the models. So people felt good with themselves that day, like, oh my God, I've never walked on the red carpet, flashes of camera and all of that. It was so good. And I remember one Alaja telling me, like, she has never looked up like that in her life. Like, even on her wedding day, like, she was covered with hijab and looking down, and that she felt really good with herself. She felt more confident. And I just got a lot of feedback from that event, more about women feeling more confident, feeling good with themselves. They were not even asking about how they can get the product. That was what they were saying. So I was like, this is something. And at that point was when, so after that event, it was a very successful event. But then I went back into my shell. I mean, before then I had worked, I did like a mini business course. So I'd worked on my business plan. I had this pretty looking marketing plan. I had a business coach and all of that. And then after that event, I just went back into my shell. Like, what do I do now? What's next? I just don't want this brand to be about, red lipstick and pink lipstick, and I don't want it to be the same. I want something more. And that was when I started asking myself, what do I really want in life? Also, that was I turned 30 the year we moved to Canada. That was 2015. So I was already feeling uneasy. Like, I want this decade to count, right? In my 20s, I loved my 20s. I got married, had children, built a good career. But I'm like, I want to live a more purposeful life, but I didn't know how to do it. And I was just, in my shell. I remember then I had a friend called, I still have the friend. She's my best friend here. Shokwe, Mo Shokwe Do. So she will go, she was always calling me every day. Like, a lot of times when she calls me, I'll just go, Shokwe, I'm busy. I'm busy doing what? Like, I'm just busy in my head thinking. I don't want anybody to call me. I just want to be alone. So of course, in the process of conversing with her, she was like, oh, and I'm part of this group, Super Working Mom. It has really changed my life. And, we're about the same age group. So I think we were facing the same crises at that time. Like, I don't know if it's midlife crisis or purpose crisis. I don't know what to call the crisis. But, when you just feel you can do more and you don't know how to say about it, So, and she said, so I said, really, that okay, I don't like groups, but I'll see that I'm so busy. I don't want to join any group, So she said, yeah, but they're having a webinar. So that webinar was my Map Your Life Purpose.
Right.
Oh my God. It was as if you created that course for me. If you see the way I took that course, like Map Your Life Purpose, that's what I've been looking for in my life. I want purpose. And so, I took that course, and as soon as after taking that course, I joined Super Working Mom, because I'm like, this is exactly what I'm looking for. I know that I'm here and I want to get somewhere here. I want to get like farther, and I didn't know how to get there. So Map Your Life Purpose really helped me. That course, it helped me to even pinpoint, to put down what my values were, what are the things that are really important to me in life, to understand what my strengths are, to understand what to be focusing on, just generally. And then we went back to understanding what I had done, what I had been through all through my childhood. That exercise really, really, really helped me. And then I started understanding some of the things, some of the sort of regret that I had at the time. Now it's no longer regret. I started understanding that it's all part of my story. I needed to own it. And I say this story a lot. There were, I had been a very good girl all through my high school, secondary school, for Nigerians, high school year. And I remember one time, one of my friends was given an award by the boys. And the award was called Cowbell Award, because she had big boobs. And I got so angry. I said we had to retaliate. That what do they mean? Because you have, like, I just felt it was a condescending award, and it was not necessary. The kind of awards you used to give before was just most intelligent, something like that. And then this came up. So I headed the team that was going to retaliate, and then we retaliated. And then, of course, the proprietor heard about it, because the boys were very angry. Like, it was very terrible awards we gave the boys. So, so the proprietor was very angry, called our parents, sent us home. That had never happened to me. I felt really bad. My parents talked to me that, Doyin, even if you shouldn't join gang. It was like I formed a gang, something like that. So,
it was fighting for a good cause.
Right, but it was, but at the time I felt so bad that I did that, but it was during this exercise that I was like, you know what, why wasn't I angry at other things? Why was it that was what made me angry? And at that point, it was as if I misbehaved. Like, that was the only way I could get back at them, right? If it was now, of course, I'm more mature. I would probably, I would not retaliate, but then I would speak up and probably go to those boys and speak to them that they should never try that again, because it's derogatory. But at that time, that was the way I could help it. So I started seeing the kind of things that made me angry. I started seeing, and those were some of the things, you taught us at the Map Your Life Purpose course. What were those things that made me angry? Like, women being abused, or maybe if I hear of a story of a woman that I know that maybe she's been abused, it gets me really angry. Like, what can I do to it? So I started understanding what were the causes that I really, really wanted to focus on in life. And I saw that it was about women, helping women to build their confidence. Sorry, I'm just going to get the charger.
Okay.
Yeah. helping women to build their confidence, helping women to just stand in their power, and try and stay away from abuse, stay away from anybody trying to make us feel lower than we truly are. So I thought, this must be what Unmask Your Beauty meant, but I didn't know how to marry it into my brand. And then when I joined Super Working Mom, I also coached with Data Lamuri. And it really helped me to marry what my calling is. I believe that is what my calling is. I mean, it's still been
it's evolving.
Being out. It's still evolving. But as soon as I caught that vision, I ran with it. And to be honest, that is what has kept Adonia Beauty till now. I mean, a lot of people come to my store and go, oh, you have a lot of competitors in town. There's someone doing makeup. She's fresh from Nigeria. And I'm like, they're not doing what I'm doing. I don't even see competition.
Wow.
When maybe I was doing makeup before, just makeup, and you start looking, that's my competition. That competition is not even in the game again. I don't subscribe to that traditional way of running business. Even when they go research your competitors, and I personally, the kind of business, and I call my business is so a soulful business. It's not a traditional business. It's a business with soul. It's a business with heart. So it's different. Now, I'm not saying if you want a lot of big business people, Warren Buffett and all these people, they'll talk about researching your competition, do something different. What's your USP? What's your, for me, my calling is my USP, because my calling is my calling. My calling is my unique selling point.
You're just
and
language.
and that is just it. So I'm not bothered about another salon opening, I'm not bothered about that. So, and that is really what has given me all the strategies I've been able to put together for Adonia Beauty. That is, it's understanding that my main purpose is to help women to feel confident from the inside out. So somebody asked me recently, why do you do this Unmask Your Beauty event? Or is it a makeup event? I'm like, no, it's beyond the makeup event. This is how I'm able to show people what Adonia Beauty stands for. That Adonia Beauty is a platform to help women connect with their unique and individual beauty. And everybody that comes out of that event every year tells us that, wow, Doyin, I love how you bring different women killing it in their spaces. I was so inspired, and people, by the following year, we get testimonies of different people, they've always wanted to start something, they were not able to start it. From that event, they were inspired by other women and they're able to start it. And that's why I don't bring people that, that you see on TV, I bring ordinary women like you and me. We share their stories, and I just have themes every year. Like this year, the theme is becoming. So, and my speakers are my clients. Over the year, I start to recruit from the beginning of the year. Over the course of the year, I speak to my clients. We have deep conversations, and I'm just like, oh, some of them, if I think their stories are ripe enough, I'm like, would you like to share your story on this platform? And and so many people have been blessed. So many people that have even never spoken before, they're like, okay, I'll work on my speaking. And, they share, when you share your story, it's beyond being a professional speaker. When you share your story, you connect. You connect with people. Yeah. And people feel that, oh, I'm not alone on this journey. Oh, I went through that as well. Oh, see what she has done with all that experience. See what she has done. So this year is really going to be powerful. Really, really powerful. Very powerful.
When is it happening? When is the...
It's happening on October 26th.
It's
2 weeks. In 11 days. Yes. On October 26th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Some people have also said, oh, it's so long. And I'm like, it's a conference. It's just once a year.
Exactly.
If you really value it, you will create time for it. Because I personally, I hate to say I'm so busy, but my schedule is full. I live a very full life, but I make space. I create space for things that are important to me. So, and that's what I tell people. It's 10 to 4. It's a conference. It's not just it's a conference, right? So different women speak, and then
Wow.
We also bring in, the non-profit organization we're supporting for that year. So people understand the depth of Adonia, and that it's beyond just makeup, just doing your hair and all of that. And I'm telling you, a lot of our clients have been drawn to us because of the works that we do in the society. I am not going to say I am the best makeup artist in town. I'm not going to say we are the best hairstylist in town. But we attract the people that understand our values, the people that that have the same values as us, the people that understand our vision. Those are the kind of people that we attract. Right? And that's the way I have run my business. That's the only way. I also teach I coach business owners, because people come to meet me, how are you able to, because there's so many challenges, how are you able to move on? And I'm like, well, I only know how to teach starting a soul-based business, a heart-centered business, a soul-centered business. I can teach you how to do that. And that's the only way of business that I understand. I don't understand, because that's the only thing that has kept me in this business. Otherwise, oh my God, do you want me to tell you my challenges?
We would not live here. This is really refreshing to hear that from something as simple as makeup, or what people, if people even use as artificial to cover up, whatever, you have been able to help women dig deep and look beyond just makeup. So makeup seems like the cover, but down, there's so much happening.
There's so much more. Absolutely.
So that's refreshing to hear. And most of those other women who are in the academy as well, most of what they do, it might seem really simple, fashion, whatever, but deep down, transformation.
Yes.
So this is really exciting. Tell us, what does Adoyin mean again?
So Adoyin, so this is me correcting everybody that doesn't know how to pronounce the name. So it's spelled Adonia. Some people call it Adonai because they feel, it means God. No, it doesn't mean God. Adoyin is a Greek word that means beautiful woman. Wow. And I remember when I was going to start this business. So it was meant to be a heart-centered business from day one. Because, before I started the business, I'd always done business. Like, I'm a business person. I'm a sales person. I always say, if I knew my strengths, the way I know my strength now, I will go into sales and market. I would have maybe studied sales and marketing. I'm a natural salesperson. If I love something, everybody around me gets it, because the way I will sell it to you, you will just don't even go for anything else. That's what you should go for, So I'm a natural salesperson. So I've always sold things, from high school. I sold, people liked my undies. I sold bra and pants. University, I sold, my sister used to travel to China. I sold wristwatches, sold Mary Kay. There was a distributor in Switzerland, Eastern Production. I sold lots of Mary Kay, millions of naira. I sold perfumes, I sold clothes, So I've always sold things, and it was easy for me. I sold hair, human hair, a lot. In fact, that one, I actually opened a website for it, Moti's Hair, that was in the UK. I sold and I made profit. So for me, at the point I wanted to start Adonia, I knew that business was beyond buying and selling. There has to be some depth to it. So I remember then one of my friends was asking me, because I was playing with some names, and she was like, why do you really want to, what do you want to gain out of this business? Why are you starting the business? And I was like, I just want women to feel confident. Then I didn't even know the depth and the meaning of confidence, and she said, well, then look for that. And I wanted women to feel beautiful from the inside out. So she said, look for a name that captures that. And that was when I started researching. So I just Googled one word for beautiful woman. One word for, and that name Adoyin came up, Adoyins. So for people that maybe that are Greek, so it's a Greek word that means beautiful woman, beautiful goddess, And I was like, okay, that's it. And then my husband and my sister were there, and they were like, oh, it even sounds like your name, go for it. So initially it was Adoyin Image Consulting, because I thought I wanted to do fashion and beauty, but then later I discovered beauty was what I wanted, so I changed it to Adoyin Beauty.
Okay. Wow. Amazing. 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 Okay. I'm conscious of time. So,
Yeah,
tell us, and oh yeah, for those who are wondering, the program Doyin was referring to, it's part of what we call the Super Working Mom Academy, and I will put down the link if you're interested. A number of women who have done this program have testified in
absolutely.
how it has helped them. So
Yeah,
it could help you to, if you're struggling to know what your purpose is, or to,
yeah.
put everything together. So, Doyin, what would you advise someone who is either still confused about what their purpose is, they're not quite sure, or they kind of know, but they're still not embracing their calling? They're like, "Ooh, I'm not sure." What would you advise such a woman?
I mean, we all get to a stage in life where, you've done everything it's like we all have dreams, but we can always dream bigger. Like recently, I was speaking to one of my friends and she said, Doyi, my dream now I'm working in share. It's as if I don't have dream again. What else? So that was it. That was it. Even for me as well. Then, it's like, have a great career, have a great family, have children. And then it got to that point where, I had achieved all of that. And I'm like, what more?
Yeah.
If you get what so we all get to that stage in life. It might be earlier. Well, I got to that stage when I was about 30, and it might be long. Some people get there maybe when they are 40, some people get there in their 20s. When you get to that point, you need to take action. You need to take massive action. I'm so thankful for Moshope Edowu for introducing me to Super Working Mom, where at least I could start on that path. And what really helps me with Super Working Mom is, there are books, that we read together. There are different courses, self-development courses. So however you can get to develop yourself, it's always better to work with a coach, and it's always better, to have something more structured to work with. So from True Super Working Mom, I've also through Super Working Mom, I've met other amazing people, that I've been able to share life experiences. Just people build a network of people that have similar value, that want to develop themselves as well. Now, when I talk, I'm like a different person from when I was. In fact, when I was in Aberdeen, I'm a different person. Now, when I talk, in fact, recently I was speaking to someone. I don't know what she was asking me a question, and I was like, you know what? There is clarity in motion. You just need to start. The kind of answers I was giving her, she was like, Doyin, you read a lot, right? I said, yes. Right? Because the kind of answers you will give is different from when you're just not developing yourself and you're at the same level, and not so. It's all about self-development. If you can connect with Super Working Mom, good for you. If you can get someone that understands where you want to get to, good for you. But I think you should take the right action by looking for what you really want. If you see someone can proffer the solution for you, then please go for it. Don't even think of the money, just go for it.
Okay. So how can people, thank you so much for that. How can people connect with you if they wanted to know more about?
So you can connect with me through my email, adedoyinomotara@gmail.com. I also have a website, adedoyinomotara.com. You can connect with me through there. You can connect with me through Adonia, come into the store if you're in Calgary, or through email, and if you're in Calgary, you'll probably see me around.
I'll get all your details and just add the ones you want, where people can reach you.
Okay. So and also Adonia Beauty, adonia.com as well. Connect with us, connect with our products. We're happy to see you.
I'm wearing one of their lipsticks right now.
Yeah.
You've heard from Doyin. Her story is really inspirational. So like she said, take action. That's it. Just take action. Don't be stagnant. So thank you again for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also, my new book, Slayed Out, is on Amazon, where I basically share with you strategies, Holy Spirit tips on how to recognize your calling and embrace your calling, no matter what season you're in. So go to Amazon and just select, look, or actually, I'll put the link down for you so you don't have to worry about that. So till next time, that's us for today. Thank you and God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.